Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's knowledge session. Today, we are going to understand what is accountability partner is all about, right? As we have already made groups in our premium group, and you all know who's your partner, who is your buddy, because there was a task given to you last week that you reach out to your buddy and then have a chat, right? Over the call. I'm sure a couple of them have done it, couple of them have yet to explore. However, today we will understand why I need to do something like that so that, you know, there is a clear picture and understanding and purpose behind this whole buddy activity. Otherwise, what really happens is that someone is told, I don't know whether I'm comfortable doing it. I will take a step back or I will stay where I am, right? Understanding the purpose and intention behind it will only give us a better clarity and better purpose and commitment for our own self, right? So now we are going to get started with our.
ರಶ್ಮಿ
Yeah,
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು.
ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು.
ಶೋಭಾಗೆ won't take too much of high level ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಷ್ಟ.
No. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಟೀಮ್ ತರ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಟೀಮ್ ತರ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನ್ ಲಾಭ ಇದೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಅದ್ರ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಿ ಆಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ who are playing the role of partner. We also have our siblings, our kids who are also accountability partner ಅಲ್ವಾ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೈಫ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಕ್ಕ ತಂಗಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಣ್ಣ ತಮ್ಮ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಳು ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಈಕ್ವಲಿ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಟು ಅಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ದೆನ್ there's a lot of emotional involvement, right, from both the parties, right? ಈಗ ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್, ನನ್ನ ಲೈಫ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ there's so much of expectation ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅವ್ರು ಇದೇ ತರ ಇರಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಇದೇ ತರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. However, here what we are going to do is there is a non-judgmental accountability partner that we are going to have. Okay, we are only here to support the person, not hoping to receive something else from the other person, right? ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಅವರಿಂದ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಷ್ಟು ನನ್ನ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪುವರ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವಿತ್ ದ partner is going to depreciate, and that is when we all experience anxiety, irritability, resentment, and also feeling used, right? So that is when we get dejected about the relationship, right? Or no longer keen on exploring the relationship itself, because we get into the relationship only with an huge expectation that needs to be met by the other party, right? So when I get into a relationship with a huge expectation, what really happens is it is going to be painful, because any relationship is here with its own limitations, right? It is not the other person is not willing to contribute or doesn't want to do. It is about my expectations are not met to my requirement level. Can we all relate here? Why we all get into, or we all go through the discomfort or disliking or hatredness many times, and it also leads to a lot of anxiety, fear, irritability, resentment, because we feel that, oh my god, I've invested so many years into this relationship, look at what it has become. Can we all relate here? Why? Because it is coming with a feeling that my expectations are not met. And then over a period of time, you also realize that, oh, this wait is never going to end. How many of us can relate to it? Right? So that is when we feel that we have invested in the wrong place for the wrong person. So that is when we all try to work on our own self, because we start redirecting that energy and commitment to our own well being, which is going to help us create our own better versions. Right? So, here in the accountability partner, what we are going to do is we are going to find one partner who is going to be here for you, for your own well being. Right? So there's nothing like you have an expectation from the other person, and the other person also doesn't have an expectation from you, because you're not a family, right? So then what happens? There is a more room and less emotional involvement for both the parties. Then what happens? The output is better, and we also value that more, because there is a non-judgmental support for each other. Are you all within? Yeah? Are we ready? Are we ready? Yes. So here, so who is accountability partner? An accountability partner is a trusted individual who actively supports another person in staying committed to their goals by regularly checking in on progress. Right? So, who is going to be an accountability partner? Who's a trusted individual? Because we have built that level of trust in our holistic happy tribe, right? So we are more open and more willing to explore our own self when we are part of the tribe, and that's the reason we are all able to see success and progress with each one of ourselves, right? if, why there was a lot of resistance before is we didn't know whom to trust, whom to share with, right? Whom to question, whom not to question. Here, what happens? You have a trusted individual, because each one of us are here with the purpose of self work, not making someone else change. I think that's the beauty of this tribe. We no longer want to change someone, we only want to change ourselves. Agreed? Yeah? So now, here what happens? The other person actively supports you, right? What do they do? By committing, making yourself committed to regularly checking on your progress, right? They want to see how far you have come. Do you need any kind of a support? And please remember that it is not that one person needs help, the other person doesn't. No, there's an opportunity for each one of us to learn from each other. What may look and sound like very simple for me may not be the same for the other person, right? Don't ever go with the guilt feeling that the other person knows it all and I don't know anything. No, there's always something every one of us can teach the other person, right? Even today, I learn from everybody, from a small baby to the oldest person I know, because everybody is there with their own experience and expertise. Just that, I feel, oh, I know more doesn't make any difference, people, right? So there's always something that you can learn from the other person. Okay, so you're constantly checking on how is their progress, providing encouragement, offering constructive feedback, and holding them accountable for achieving their desired outcomes. That is what it is, right? So you are helping them Okay, by providing encouragement, offering constructive feedback, right? So you're giving a honest feedback, which is very rare to do, right? When we go with an expectation, we always have this feeling that there is some hidden intention behind their feedback, right? Here it is about constructive feedback and holding them accountable for achieving their desired outcomes. So it is like, going back to the school, right? If you're given a homework, your teacher will make sure that you complete the homework, right? So now we are older version, and we are also, not needing that kind of a support or that level of discipline. We also need someone to watch over us, right? So that is when we can all achieve our goals. Otherwise, what really happens? We keep missing on our deadlines, right? We all become masters in setting goals, and when it comes to achievement, it becomes a difficult task, right? Good with everybody so far? Yeah. So the purpose is to actively support, regularly checking on their progress, and encouragement, and then do a constructive feedback and holding them accountable. Very important. And help them achieve their desired outcome. Are you all with me so far? Yeah? Any doubts on why accountability partner is needed? Yes. So, and also what they do is essentially acting as a motivator and support system to help someone stay on track and reach their aspiration, right? So, they help you to stay motivated, right? And they help you stay on track and reach their goals. Are you all with me so far? Yeah. Okay. ಶೋಭಾ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರತ್ತಾ? ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರತ್ತಾ? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಕ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ.
ಎರಡನೇದೊಂದ್ ಕಡ್ಡಿ ತರ ಇದೆ ನೋಡು, ಕೈ ಪಕ್ಕ ಅದನ್ನ ಒತ್ತು.
She has someone helping her right there. ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರ ಅವರು? Can you please help her to unmute and then, yeah, that's a video. Just next to that is the mic. Your video is turned off. Okay, so is everybody clear about why we need accountability partner? Are you all in this? So are we ready to support each other and handhold each other to achieve our goals? Yes? Good. Fantastic. So now accountability partners role. What is their role? Because when any commitment is made, we need to have a clear-cut understanding of how far we can go. Yes or no? We can't be barging in on anything and everything. Right? Good. So what happens here is regular check-ins is something that is the purpose. That is regularly asking about progress towards goals and providing updates on their own progress to maintain mutual accountability. Right? How do you regularly check in? Asking about each one's goal. Here, the first and foremost goal in this, accountability partnership is their responsibility to show up every day, right? Are they showing up every day? That is your goal for each one of us, right? So if your accountability partner is not showing up, you have to make sure you check on them, right? If you are not showing up, the other person's responsibility is also to check on you. Okay? So some of you have not met them, but it's okay. You connect them over the phone, then you can see them actively. All their numbers are there in the premium group, right? And I've also sent the list of your accountability partner. Is anybody having any doubt about the accountability partner? Yes, no? No, right? You all know. Yes, Sujata.
So Manjula ma'am is coming on the workout session. So isn't it good that I have partner that who is coming in coffee cutte and knowledge session?
Absolutely, Sujata. I would also love to do that. But then the reality is that how will you deal with someone who is not there? Isn't that going to be a new learning for you?
Yeah.
Isn't that going to be an opportunity for you to explain to her that how coming to the knowledge session and coffee cutte has helped you? Yeah, I didn't choose. I didn't choose your partner. Okay, so that is where I wanted to be very clear that universe decides who gets whom, right? Otherwise, our mind is very smart. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ smart ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. However, we are using that smartness only to keep ourselves in the comfort zone. Make sense? Make sense with everybody? I'm sure, I also thought exactly like Sujata. Because it's comfortable if we, put, make these buddy partners with someone who is only in the knowledge session and coffee cutte, so that workout people will have workout. So that gives you an extra opportunity to look at her every day, because we post picture, no? Is it like you don't know, you don't have an access? No, you have an access, you have an opportunity. Isn't it great if I learn more focus, more consciously choosing it? So when I look at my life, I always feel that I was avoiding all these opportunities for whatever reason. And I was happy being in the same comfort zone. I know this person, I'm going to only talk to this person. How many of us can relate? I don't like this person, I'm not going to talk to this person. Can you all relate? Yeah, I'm comfortable doing this activity, so I'm going to only do that activity. I've never tried the other way of doing things, so I will not do it. Okay, so here, regular checking in, whoever that person is, fix a time for both, whichever is comfortable and convenient for you. Then you start practicing that. That way, you have your own schedule, you have your plan, which will help both of you to check on each other. Okay? Good with everybody? Did that answer your question, Sujata? So that is how your mind is playing a role, and we all have done it. Okay? So you have to go extra step. You never know. She's going to be your best friend for life. Good, good. So regular checking in is something, what is our priorities? Motivational support, right? How do you motivate? Offering positive reinforcement and encouragement, especially during challenging times. However, here, challenging time is every day in our tribe, because you have to show up every day, right? You don't wait for the disaster to happen to motivate and support each other. You will just be there, because every day showing up is a big challenge by itself. Can we all relate here? Yeah. Attending all the 7 activities in a week. Isn't that good enough challenge, people? If you do this meticulously, I'm sure every aspect and every dimension of your life becomes 100% more disciplined. How many of you can relate to it? Have you experienced this? If you're showing up on all the 7 activities, there are a lot more things in your life which have been streamlining because of your discipline, commitment, and active participation. Otherwise, my health gets affected, my sleep gets affected, my eating pattern gets affected, right? My productivity drops down. Can we all relate? Yeah? Good, good. So now, honest feedback. So the other role of your accountability partner is providing an honest feedback, providing constructive criticism and insight to help identify areas for improvement. See, this is the difference between criticizing the person for the heck of it, which we are all blessed with, right? The world is filled with criticism, more than that you can take, right? Now the focus here is to give them the honest, constructive criticism. When I say, what it means is that the other person needs to be able to work on those feedbacks that you give. I might tell my partner or my buddy that you are not coming every day. Yeah. Do you think that partner doesn't know that they are not coming every day? That is only going to take away their motivation. Right? So, how to give honest feedback is, so you can say this. Yeah, I see that you're not able to make it every day. You know, I'm sure there must be something that is affecting you or bothering you, or not giving you that kind of an opportunity. What is really the reason you're not able to show up every day? You don't talk about the output that a whole world notices. You go one step below that and then ask, what is stopping you to show up every day? Okay, so when that is the reason, then why or how I can help you? Should I give you a reminder call? Should I, text you? Should I motivate or inspire you every day? Or if there is some problem which they are dealing with, or there's a other priority, you listen to them and understand how they can make room for their own well-being, because that is going to help them handle all the life situation, right? Being an accountability partner, you're not going to solve their problem. Please, you will get into one more romantic relationship which is going to hurt you more. So be aware of it. Okay, you also have to draw your boundaries and then tell that, yes, I know this, that it's hard. Be empathetical, but then you don't become the problem. When I focus the same way my partner is focusing, I will not be having a solution. Good. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅವರಿಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗುವಂತಹ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೀನ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. We have everyday attendance also to let people know when they are coming, when they are not. Right? So ನಾವು ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ನೀವು ಯಾಕೆ ಬರಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದ್ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪರ್ಪಸ್. ಗುಡ್ with everybody? So honest feedback is given that way. People think that talking about the output is the honest feedback. No, because they already know what they are doing. Yes or no? Good with everybody so far? Yes. So goal setting. What is goal setting? Collaborating on setting clear, measurable goals and deadlines. So, how do you do this? When I'm not able to show up every day, I will say your goal is going to be showing up at least 3 days in a week. Okay, so then how you can support them to show up 3 days is by giving a reminder call or checking on them previous night so that they join the morning batch. If they are joining in the evening batch, then you have to check with them. Okay, how I can, should I remind you couple of hours before you join the workout? I mean, that is how we keep checking on each other, right? So goal setting ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಬೋತ್ ಕೊಲಾಬ್ರೇಟ್, ಇಬ್ರು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಗೋಲ್ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಶೋ ಅಪ್ 3 days. No, you will say, is it comfortable for you to show up 3 days in a week at least? So it's a collaborative goal. It's not one person goal, right? So then you have to measure that. If you have set a goal of 3 days in a week, then at the end of that week you have to analyze, okay, did I achieve that? If I have not achieved it, then I will step down. I'll go one step below and then say that, okay, we will focus on 2 days in a week at least, right? So that is how we have a collaborative goal setting and then achievement of the goal. ಸೊ ಹೇಗೆ ಗೋಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನನಗೆ ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ದಿನನೂ ಬರಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ನಾನು ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಖುಷಿಯಿಂದ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಬ್ರು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಗೋಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ವಾರದ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ತರ ಆಗಿದೆ, ನಾನು 3 ದಿನ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ? 2 ದಿನ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನ, 1 ದಿನ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ 3 ದಿನ ಗೋಲ್ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ goal setting happens in collaboration, right? Because you are achieving a goal of showing up every day doesn't mean that you demand your partner to do it. And I'm sure each one of us have a partner like that, where one person 100% committed, the other person is still wavering, right? That is where universe chose you for your partner. It's not me. I have zero role there. Is that okay with everybody? Yeah. So that's why I also recorded the whole chit picking so that they shouldn't feel biased, basically. Good? Good with everybody? Now, challenge acceptance. Gently pushing someone outside their comfort zone to reach their full potential. Right? ಹೇಗೆ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ? ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ, ಜೆಂಟಲ್ ಆಗಿ, ಬಟ್ ಫರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ವಿ ಪುಷ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಂಫರ್ಟ್ ಝೋನ್, like what we are doing now, right? Buddy pairing is also one of a such activity where each one is going to be, okay, audio is clear for everybody? Okay, check your bandwidth, Suma madam. Okay, thank you. Okay, so here what we are going to do is we are going to gently push each other out of our comfort zone. Like in this buddy pairing also, what we are trying to do is we are pushing our own self out of the comfort zone, right? Whether we know the person, we don't know the person, that is also pushing me out of the comfort zone. Yes, whether I'm committed, I'm showing up on all the 7 activities or no, I'm still pushing the other person, right? So before any session, you check on your buddy partner. That is how you will be accepting the challenge. The other person is not going to be feeling hurt or being pushed because It is a collaborative goal that we have set. I know, Sujata, I understand. I don't even know the person. How will I do it? That's a thought racing in our mind, right? But then that is how we all get moved out of our comfort zone. Otherwise, we're all very happy in our comfort zone. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಂಫರ್ಟ್ ಝೋನ್ ಇಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ರು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಅವಾಗ ತಟ್ಟಿ ಎದಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಓ, ನನ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗೋದಪ್ಪ. Yes or no? We limit our own self because we are not willing to move out of the comfort zone, basically. Good with everybody? So when I am constantly moving out of the comfort zone is when I reach the full potential. Don't we all feel that we are all underplaying than what our potential is? Yes or no? How many of you feel this? Why is that? Because we are very comfortable in the comfort zone. So to come out, we all have to be happily accepting the challenge, right? And confidentiality is something that is part of the tribe, that is the core of the tribe as well. That is maintaining trust by keeping conversations private and respecting personal boundaries. Because when you have an accountability partner, we tend to overspill a lot of stuffs, right? Here in the tribe, I'm sure, we all trust each other and maintain in the confidentiality, right? You have to also openly discuss how each other can be supportive. But then just because someone has told their side of the story doesn't mean that you're going to spill that to open forum. Good? You do this discussion only to handle the other person, not to criticize the person. So confidentiality ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಒಬ್ಬರ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡಿರೋದನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮಿಬ್ರು ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲೇ ಇಡೋದು. Until unless it is life threatening. Please be remember that, right? If other person is, losing interest in life or self-threatening or harming people around, you are not going to reveal anything that you had a discussion with, right? But then if it is life-threatening and self-harming or harming the people around, then it is very important that you reach out to the help, right? I'm sure none of us are in that bracket. So what you need to do is, whatever personal discussion happens stays between you both until unless you are not able to address it. Good? Fantastic. Are we in the same page? Yeah? Good to move. Okay, so is that roles and responsibilities clear? Anybody has any question about roles and responsibilities? So your goal here is to make sure the other party shows up on all the 7 activities. Okay, if someone is just signed up for the workout, then how do you motivate the other person to come to the other sessions as well? Because that is where the major help is, right? Without working on the mind, working on the body will only take longer time, which we have all experienced. So now how do I, use that my own learning life lessons into bring an enlightenment into the other person? Bring that awareness that, yeah, this is important, right? Without that, there's always shortage in my life. Because the success what we all are experiencing is a compound output of what I have been doing for so many years. It's not one thing that gave us success, right? So success here is being healthy and happy, living a pain-free life, right? That didn't happen by just doing one thing. It is a collective output. Can we all relate? Yeah. So it's not about just doing one thing, it's doing everything together for a certain window period. Then what happens? The minute I discontinue doing it, all that I have achieved will fall back. Yes or no? We have also experienced that. The minute I stop doing it, I just go back to my comfort zone. So, being here together, we are constantly kicking the comfort zone out of us. That is why the success becomes sustainable and the window time it takes also is short. Otherwise, whenever we are scared, we convince ourselves saying that, I am good. Then what happens? We go back to our cocoons, whatever that was. Right? Are you all with me so far? Good? Are we on the same page? So now, benefits of having an accountability partner. What is the benefit one gets? And this benefit is not just going to help one person, it is going to help both of you. Right? So ನನಗೆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಲಾಭ? ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ನನಗೂ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಏನ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. So it increases the commitment. Having someone to report to can enhance motivation and commitment to achieve goals, basically. Right? You're more committed than your usual because there is someone checking on you on a daily basis. We also do that as a adding your attendance and then sharing it on a weekly basis. ಅಲ್ವಾ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಟೀಮ್. ಬಟ್ ದೆನ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೋರ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲೈಸ್ಡ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಚೆಕಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎನ್ಹಾನ್ಸ್ ದ ಕಮಿಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, right? And the main reason why we are all missing on a lot of stuffs in life or productivity is because of the lack of commitment, right? So improved focus. Regularly discussing progress can help individuals stay focused on their goal, right? Because I'm setting a goal of showing up 3 days in a week. Over a period of time, I'm going to increase my focus and add more number into that 3 days. So ನಾನು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ನನ್ಗೇನ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮೈ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಡ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್. Are you all with me so far? Yeah? Are you all feeling it is going to help? Accountability partner? Yes. Good. So now, enhanced accountability. Feeling responsible to someone else can lead to more consistent action. I think this is the most, biggest benefit of having the accountability partner. When I have to tell someone, then I should be doing it first. Can we all relate here? ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳೋಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಮೋರ್ ಅವೇರ್, ಐ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಮೋರ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಮೀ ಶೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಬೇರೆಯವರನ್ನ ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ನಾನು ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀನಿ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಎನ್ಹಾನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್. And when you're training, see, when you learn for your own self, you have one methodology of observing. But then when you have to train someone to do it, then you learn 10 more different methodology to train people, which also enhances you as an individual. Yes or no? Can we all relate? So when you are learning, you have learned only one modality. That is what you have been practicing for years. And it is working beautifully, no doubt about it. However, when you have to handle someone else, you have to learn their way of learning. When you have to understand their way of learning, you have to learn 10 different ways to train people. Can we all relate here? Yeah? So otherwise, what really happens is that we keep lagging behind. So that is why there is no success without enhanced accountability. Accountability not just for the partner, accountability for your own self happens when you are doing this. Personal growth. So, receiving feedback and support can facilitate personal and professional development, right? So, there's a huge personal growth that happens to both the parties because you are every day getting the feedback. Not just giving feedback, receiving feedback is also a great way to develop yourself. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ನಮಗ್ ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾನಷ್ಟೇ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ನನ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಲಿಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾನ್ ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೇನೆ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕಾಗೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ನಾನೇನ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. Good with everybody? So that is how I am also growing along with my buddy. That's a motivation for me to learn more, basically. And it is also motivation for me to understand my own self better. Otherwise, I would never go that extra mile and analyze my own self. I will never think what mode I used to learn. I will say, I'm just doing it for many years, I know that. But then when I have to tell someone what mode I use, I struggle. Because I don't know what mode I use. I'm just doing it. Right? Good with everybody? Yeah? Fantastic. So that is from my side. People. Was that helpful? Did that give you more clarity? I'm sure you all knew what was accountability partner is all about. However, I have just brought in more refined, words to explain this. So, do you think that makes sense, or do you think we can add in? I'm sure there are a lot more benefits because it enhances my communication skill. Because talking to a complete stranger and being a conversation starter doesn't come easy to any one of us, right? That is going to be a new lesson as well. Good. So did I miss anything that you felt can be a benefit out of this partnership? Yes, Sujata, go ahead.
Now we need to come out of comfort zone and do other things also. It is a huge responsibility on our shoulders. I am feeling like that. For us, we are responsible for us also, or for our body also. So it's a different challenge.
So basically, see, what we realize is we are trying to do something that I'm not used to do it, basically. Right? ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟ ದಿನ ಈ ತರ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. Now I'm going to open up and then do that. So don't we all think that is also a new learning that was much needed long ago? It was needed from my birth, but then I went on postponing it for so long. Now is the time. Make sense? So when does the fear kicks in? When I'm not in my comfort zone. Do we constantly resist change? Yes, no? Why? Because there's a fear factor in that. Why is that fear factor there? Because I have not tried it. They both go hand in hand. I become anxious calling a stranger? Yes. Because I don't know how that other person is going to respond. So now we are giving you a protected and shielded environment where the other person is not going to shout at you, scream at you. Isn't that a safe environment to practice? Rather than talking to a complete stranger and being annoyed, oh my God, that person didn't talk to me well, or that person treated me wrong. whatever that could be. Those are the fears that we all have. So now it's about breaking through those barriers. Good? Yeah. Anything to add, Sujata? Does that all make sense?
Yes. Little bit confusion is there, but yes, we'll figure it out. Thank you, Rashmi.
Thank you. So one thing that I've realized is, being in a confused state is the best one, because I still have a hope that I'm changing. If I'm very clear, then there is a lot of things that are not going right. Yeah, that is something that I've not been doing anything new basically. If I say, oh, I'm very 100% confident about what I'm doing, then there's nothing new I'm trying. I'm just doing the same thing again and again and again, for ages. Then obviously never there is a confusion, no? So that's why we don't want to, do anything new. We don't want to travel. We don't want to go new places. We don't want to, experience different water. Because we are very comfortable drinking our own house water, carrying it everywhere, eating the same food everywhere. Can we see patterns here? Good. Thank you. Thanks, Sujata. Yes, Mitaji, you there?
Yeah, I was just going through these accountability roles. In a way, we do this in many different aspects, in many environments. Maybe one odd role we might be doing in one particular environment, in another environment, we will do. But, here, when everything is together, we find that, there's always expectations, not even in a family, with friends also, their expectations come. Why are they not listening to me? I told them, but still they don't listen to me. So these kind of things crop up. Now I have these roles properly written down, and when we know what has to be done, and I think when there is clarity, the expectation level is also reduced. The other thing, emotional thing, comes because the clarity is also not there as to what are we accountable for, what is our role as a friend also, you know so I think the other relationships also can become better by being this working on this buddy system. My friendship with others, my relationship with my family members can also get enhanced by this. That's what I was feeling. I don't know how it works, but this is what I was thinking about.
Thank you, Smitaji. Big round of applause to you. Because see, as you rightly pointed out, we are already playing a role, right? All these roles in bits and pieces with the areas where we are comfortable, right? We are able to assess goals for our children or for a partner, but then we don't do that with complete strangers, right? And there's also something called setting our own boundaries, because we keep stamping on each other's boundaries. That's when, what do you say, arguments, heartburns, emotional drainage happens, right? I think this buddy partnership will give you to look at your own behavior and other person's behavior from non-emotional engagement, and with lesser expectation, because the goal is also very clear here. The goal is only to make sure they show up for the 7 days and you have no other goal. What really happens at the personal front is that there is too much of an expectation. So there are too many goals, but then no clear communication that happens here, there. So then what happens? I am emotionally getting engaged, and I'm also constantly going through a feeling of disrespected. the other confusion that I see with the a real life situation is that we are not creating a goal which is mutually agreeable. I am setting a goal for my partner and expecting it to be met by the other person. Can we all relate? I'm setting a goal for my child and expecting my child to stick to it because I am constantly motivating them. ನಾವು ಅವರನ್ನ ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೌದು ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಈಕ್ವಲಿ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಗೋಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಸ್ without being achieved. Can you all relate here? Yeah. So this mutually agreeable goal statement will only not happen. But we constantly push the other person, you are not achieving it, you are not achieving it. Can we relate here? Why we always take the brunt? Because there is no mutually agreeable goal setting. Then we feel that disrespected. But then the first thing, I disrespected the other person, not asking that are you willing to achieve this goal? Can we all relate? Which creates lot more difficulties and lot more heartburn. Did that make sense? Yeah. Anything to add, Smita ji? And as you rightly pointed out, it is going to not just help you in this buddy. If you are 100% involved in buddy partnership, your major relationships in the real life are going to get sorted because you start drawing boundary for your own self, not for the other person. This is the we say that experimentation. So this is your experimental field so that you perform better out there.
This is what exactly I had written. My communication skill will also improve. My boundary level will be, I will be more aware as to how much should I go into it, how much should I, avoid, and how to avoid expectations. So these things will come up. Expectations will come up. Our entangles will be there. So in a way, we'll be experimenting as to how, okay, oh, I am expecting. So how do I remove it from the next communication? So we will learn. This is a learning process where we learn to remove the expectation and talk properly. How not to hurt the other person, but in a very nice way, how to communicate. So it's a beautiful way of learning. We have at least something to look forward to, how to learn things. Otherwise, where do we learn this way? I will enjoy my buddy partnership with Mamta. Lots to learn for me.
Fantastic, Smita ji. That's the whole purpose of giving you one partner for the whole year, so that you will be able to experiment on each other with a good intention, right? See, it's not that only one person is learning, the other person is not. Only thing is how involved you are as an individual will decide how your learning is going to be, right? Big round of applause to you. Thank you. Yes, Gayatri ma'am. Gayatri ma'am, you there?
Yeah, looks very interesting, Rashmi, because motivating each other and setting goals together in partnership. ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು, ಮೋಟಿವೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ದೇರ್, ಆಸ್ ಯು ಸೆಡ್, ಇಮೋಷನಲ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಮಚ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ and limiting it by setting boundaries, well, it looks very interesting. I hope all of us will enjoy that. And there is a lot of learning for everyone.
Thank you, Gayatri ma'am. Big round of applause to you. Thank you. Yes, Suchi ma'am, you're there?
I think so much of learning is going to happen. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಮಾಡೋದು so much more probably more easier to, because there is an emotional thing, but I think it's like on par kind of it. Okay, but I think not only this, but I think being consistent, all of that is going to be really though, and definitely is going to work on our own ಏನಂತೆ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್. ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರು ಮನೆಯವ್ರ ಜೊತೆನಾಗ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾರ ಜೊತೆನೂ ಒಂದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಡಿ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಮೋರ್ ಓಪನ್. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ದಿರ ಅವ್ರಿಗಾಗುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್ಸ್, ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ಫುಲ್ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಲೈಫ್, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ it's going to be a good thing. So there's so much of learning, so much of new ways of looking, new perspectives to our own the relationships ನಾವು ಇರೋಂಥ relationships. Okay, so I think ಈ ಒಂದು ಬಡಿ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮ ಓನ್ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಲೈಫ್, I think there's going to be a lot more of difference. I think very exciting to ಇದು. And the most important thing ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಕಮಿಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗ್ತಾರೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ ನಮಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನಾವು ಬದಲಾಯಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಮಿಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಅವರ್ ಓನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನಾವು ಬದಲಾಯಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ, ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಆರ್ ಓನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್, take ourselves to the next level. I think that's the constant challenge. I think it's not the challenge to see how you can change somebody else. How can you keep constantly changing and adapting yourself to the challenges that poses, that relationship poses. And I think that is the biggest beautiful learning which is going to unfold. So what is going to unfold more than the other person is how each one of us are going to unfold. ನಮ್ಮ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವ, ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಳ್ಮೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಓನ್ ಕಮಿಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಮಗೋಸ್ಕರ, ಫರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಎನಿಬಡಿ ಎಲ್ಸ್. ನಮಗ್ ನಾವು ಏನೇನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದೇ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ತಕೊಂಬರಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಈ ಒಂದು ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದು. ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇದು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಇದನ್ನ ಅಂದೈತಲ್ವಾ, ನಾನು ಇದನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾನು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದೇ ನನ್ನ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಆ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಕಮಿಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಈಗ ಅದೇನೆ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಂಗೆ ಅನಿತಾ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ನೀನು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೂ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸುಮ್ನೆ. ನೀವು ಅವ್ಳಿಗೆ ಹುಷಾರಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಳೆ, ಸೊ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಹಂಗೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಕಮಿಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ನನ್ನ ಬಡ್ಡಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು. ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಇವನ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಡನ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಮೋರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ನನ್ನ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ನಾನೇ ತರಬೇಕು. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಆಫ್ commitment, and all fingers, no fingers point to somebody else. Every finger is pointing to me, myself only. This whole thing. So that I think the biggest change is not going to be, the success is not the buddy at all. It is you. ನೀನ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೀಯ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನೈಸ್. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇದೊಂದು ಮಾಡಕ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಬಡ್ಡಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಖಂಡಿತ there'll be a lot of evolving, a lot of changes for our own selves. Okay, and our relationships. Yeah, ಹೇಗಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾರ ಜೊತೆ, ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದು. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಕೀ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಜೊತೆ whatever is our lives, our commitment, I think that is going to go to a different level. So it's a lot of doesn't sound simple. It might sound simple, which it doesn't at all to me. But I think it is one of the most challenging aspects that we are challenging ourselves. Even the buddy partner, I think it's going to be a big challenge to our own self. The throwing of the challenge is at me, myself. And what challenge I throw to myself. I think that's so exciting and it's also scary. Ayyo, will I meet my expectations ಅನ್ನೋದಿರೋದು. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಏನು? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ನೀನ್ ಬಡ್ಡಿನ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನೀನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀನೇನ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀಯ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗ್ ನಾನ್ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ ಬರ್ತದ? ನಾನ್ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ exciting challenge because my thoughts are happily racing away to glory on different all the different relationships and aspects of each relationship. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ತಲೆ. So anyway, it's nice. Good challenge for this year. I think this is the most exciting aspect of ಏನಂತದೆ creating newer and newer versions of ourselves. I think really good way of challenging. Okay, thanks Rashmi for putting something like ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಸಾಸಿವೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ಯಾ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸಾಸಿವೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, it's a bomb. All the bomb put together. This is nice. Good. Thank you. What a trigger, yeah, for the year. Trigger for the year. This is for life. Trigger ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ಯಾ ಬಿಡು ಅಂತಾಗ.
Thank you.
ಶೋಭಾ ಹೆದರ್ಕೋಬೇಡ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಏನೇ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಬೇಕು, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ನಿನಗೆ, ಖಂಡಿತ ಕೇಳು, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ ರಶ್ಮಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್. ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಅನ್ಕೋತಾರೆ ಏನ್ ಸುಚಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಬರೀ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ, ಬಟ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಇನ್ಮೇಲೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯಪ್ಪ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರೀ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ತಲೆನೇ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟೆಡ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದಾರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಹೆದರ್ಕೊಂಬೇಡ, ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ನಿನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದಟ್ ನಿಂಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ನಿಂದು ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್. ಸೊ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿರು, ಹೊಸದ್ ಕಲಿಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಜೀವನದ ಪಾಠಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ಪಾಠಗಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಲಿಮಿಟೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಕಲಿಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಇದೆಯೋ, 3 ಕೋಟಿ ಇದೆಯೋ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ಕೋಟಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಕಲಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಜನ್ಮ ಸಾಲದು. ಸೊ ಕಲಿಯಕ್ಕಾಗಷ್ಟನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟೇ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಇದು ಯಪ್ಪ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಬರೀ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡ, ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಇದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊ ನೀನು, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಓಕೆ ಶೋಭಾ, ಗುಡ್ ಲಕ್. ಖುಷಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನೀನ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ನಿನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಜರ್ನಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಆಸೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್ ಟು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಯು. ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಯಾರೇ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಬಂದ್ರು ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಾನು ನಿನಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಟು ಸ್ಟೇ ಪುಟ್.
Thank you, Suchi ma'am. Big round. Yes, Gayatri ma'am, you wanted to add something?
No, introduction ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಶೋಭಾ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಐ ಥಾಟ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ದಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು Gayatri madam for reminding that. ಶೋಭಾ ಅವ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಹಾ ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನೇ introduce ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡಿ. ಹಾ, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಮಾತಾಡಿ.
ಅದೇ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಯ್ತು ಸುಚಿತಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಇಂದ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೂ ಏನು ಅಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಬರೇ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಇದೇ ಕೆಲ್ಸ, ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬ್ಯುಸಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫ್ರೀ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸೇರ್ಕೋ, ನೋಡು, ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನನ್ಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದ್ದು. ಅವ್ರು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬಂದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು. ಒಂಥರ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿದೆ, ಏನೇನ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಷ್ಟಾಗತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು.
ನಿಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೇಳಿ ಶೋಭಾ ಅವ್ರೆ, ನೀವ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ನಾನು ಮೇಡಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮನೆನೇ ಕುಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಹೌಸ್ ವೈಫ್ ತರಾನೇ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅತ್ತೆ ಮಾವ ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವರು ಸುಚಿತಾ ಅವ್ರು ಇದ್ ಮಾಡು, ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಇದಾಗತ್ತೆ, ನೋಡು, ಕೇಳ್ಕೊ, ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬೇಕೋ ಹಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳು ನಿನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸು, ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನೀವ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನಿಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಶೋಭಾ ಅವರೇ. ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಟ್ರೈಬ್. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ನಮ್ದೇ ಜರ್ನಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಫೇಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ
ಹೌದು.
ಯಾರು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಅಚೀವರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಂದ ಕಲಿಯುವಂಥದ್ದು ಸುಮಾರಿದೆ. ಆ ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ನಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಏಜ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅವರು ನಾವ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೀವಿ. ಸಣ್ಣ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ದಪ್ಪ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ಕುಳ್ಳುಗಿರ್ಲಿ, ಉದ್ದ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ಡಸಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್. ನಮ್ ತಲೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೇರ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಇಸ್. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಈ ಹೊರ್ಗಡೆದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರತಿ ದಿನ ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೋತೀವಿ. ನಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ನಾವು ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಲಿಯೋದು ಆಮೇಲೆ. ನಾನು ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಇದನ್ ಮಾಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಮೊದಲು ನಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನನಗೆ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಈ ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅದೇ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಇಂದ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅವ್ರು ಅಷ್ಟ್ ದಿನ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಇವ್ರು ಇಷ್ಟ್ ದಿನ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ನನಗೆ ನನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಅಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನ. ಸೊ ನಾನ್ ಹೇಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರು ಬದಲಾಗ್ತಾರೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ, ಆದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮೊದ್ಲು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೂ ಒಬ್ರು ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸುಜಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಜೊತೆನೆ ಪೇರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅನಿತನ ತೆಗೆದು ಯಾರು ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ನನ್ಗೆ
ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು
to leave Anita as my buddy. I don't mind.
I want to change it because I want someone else to, see, because I don't want completely new people to be, lost. Because now if I'm going to create buddies, what really happens is that, they're all going to be new people. So I want someone who is seasoned like you to handle Shobha with the same comfort. So I will see success for both. ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಶೋಭಾ ಅವರೇ, ನಿಮ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಸುಚಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರು ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನೀವು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಚಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಅನಿತಾ ಟು ಅದರ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹು ಆರ್ ಜಾಯ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವೇ there is success for everybody, right? Like, when two new people are in the becoming a partner, what really happens is they don't know what really happens here. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ಶೋಭಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ 7 ದಿನ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ಸುಚಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ 7 ದಿನ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ.
ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರು ನಮಗ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು.
ಯಾಕೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಇವತ್ತು? ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ.
ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ತರನ ಅವ್ರು ನಮಗ್ ಕೇರ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಅವ್ರ ಕೇರ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕೇರ್ ತಗೊಳೋದ ನೆಸೆಸರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ಒಬ್ರು ಕೇರಿಂಗ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸುಚಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ತುಂಬಾ ಕೇರ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು.
ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಇದೀವಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ.
ಹೌದು, ತುಂಬಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅವರು, ನೀನ್ ಮಾಡು.
ಆಯ್ತಾ?
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸುಚಿ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಬಿಟ್ರೇನು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಸುಚಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ತರ್ತೀವಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ತರ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾಕೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್. ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಇಸ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಶೋಭಾ ಅವರೇ?
ಆಯ್ತು ಮೇಡಮ್.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಸುಚಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ನೀವು ಆಗ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್, ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನೇ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡೋದು.
ನಾನ್ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಸೂಪರ್ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ. ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ತಗೋಬೇಕಲ್ಲ.
ರಶ್ಮಿ ಹೆಡ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಒಂದೇ ಎಲ್ಲಾರ್ದು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ.
No head madam. I'm only supervising. I'm only giving the drone view for the whole tribe ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, no head, no leg ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದೇ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಾನು 7 ದಿನ ಎದ್ದಾಳ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ.
ಅದೇ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್. ಆ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬೇಗ ಆಗತ್ತೆ.
ಹೌದು, ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಬೇಗ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, good. Thank you Shobha ma'am. Welcome to you. Thank you Suchi madam for happily being there to handhold her as our buddy. So I will change the names in the group and then share. Okay, so good. Thank you Suchi ma'am. Thank you Shobha ma'am. Yes Mamta, we are waiting to hear you out.
Yeah, Shobha madam, welcome to the group. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ you'll enjoy it actually. So ನಾನು ಸುಚಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್, I stay in Jayanagar, Bangalore. So welcome to the group. So my best buddy is Smita ma'am here. So we did make the first step, and I did message, and we spoke to each other on the new year. So it's a nice feeling. ಇಷ್ಟು ದಿವಸ ಬರೀ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ we would ಹೆಂಗ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಏನು ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೌಂಡ್ರೀಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ we would cross the boundaries and go into and intrude them into their life and say, oh no, ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಇವಾಗಿಂದ I think boundaries ಹಾಕೋಣದ್ರಿಂದ we set boundaries, and then we'll know where we have to step, ಎಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಏನೇನ್ ನಾವು ಅವರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ನಮ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ, there's lot of learning, quite a new challenge. New year ಗೆ ಹೊಸ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್. So I was always motivated with Smita ma'am's talking. Of course my sister is no doubt on that, and Gayatri ma'am, Suma madam della experience in ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ this ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದಿದೆ ಕಲಿಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. So even this is a new learning. So looking forward for more I'll not say challenges ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನೇನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನನ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಔಟ್ಲುಕ್ಗೆ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮೋರ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Fantastic, Mamta. Big round of applause to you. I think, when you sincerely work on the body, what I have experienced is that, the biggest success comes to me. How committed I am in helping my body shows more success to me. So I want to tell you this, story. Shankaracharya, we all know, right? So he is a great monk. So people would, one old lady came and asked, you are preaching so much every day, you're preaching everybody. Do you think those people are changing? So, Shankaracharya says, I can't guarantee you that people are changing, right? However, what I can tell you is, I am changing with every gyan that I'm giving other person. Okay? So, ನಾನ್ ಹೇಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ 10 ಜನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ ನನಗೆ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾನ್ ಖಂಡಿತ ಬದಲಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. And that is an experience that I have gone through over decades of my experience as a coach and trainer and a therapist, right? And I want to give this opportunity for each one of us. However, we may not be completely ready because of a lot of things that we are dealing internally, right? But then when you're put in a comfort environment and familiarity where it's safe for you to experiment, then what happens? We are also willing to see certain level of growth and progress in us, because we've all been experimenting in a non-supportive environment and we feel that I'm good for nothing, because the outcome is still zero after many years of effort, right? At different level. So here what happens is that you are bringing in that clear-cut goal and success to the other person, because you are constantly working on very limited goals. So your goal is only to make the other person show up for 7 days, no other goals. Isn't that very clear and measurable goal? Just take a moment and then think what all goals you have for people in your family. The list of goals are never ending. Then can we ever measure it, people? Don't you think that is a reason why we all feel a failure at different level? I mean, that's a feeling that I got through. I don't know about you people. I mean, how much ever effort I'm investing, energy I'm investing, I still feel like it's an unachievable goal. because there is lot of emotional and unclear goals and lot of entanglement basically. So that is why I felt no progress. Now you have a very clear, smart, measurable goal, and you will know how far you have come. That's all. Right? Thank you. Thank you, Mamta. Big round of applause to you. So I think we'll quickly hear everybody's wow moment for the day. Yes, Mamta. We'll go reverse. You have waited too long for today's show.
No, I have to leave. That's where I'll go. I would have to raise my hand. I'll go first, Anta. No, it's a very nice, interesting topic for the year. So I would look forward for, note to know each other. I would, of course, Smita ma'am, I've already met her once, so I keep meeting her on the tribe and all those things. So it's more, one-to-one. It's more, even more knowing a new person, on a different platform, and of course, getting to know others. As you said, ಒಬ್ರನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳೋಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ the other relationships improves. So looking forward for those, beautiful openings from other ends also. Thank you. I'll exit, Rashmi. Thank you very much, and bye-bye, everyone.
Fantastic, Mamta. Big round of applause to you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, Shobha madam, ನೀವು ಇವತ್ತು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು? ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆರ್ ವಾವ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್. ಓ, ನನ್ಗೆ ಇದ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಶೋಭಾ.
ಅದೇ ರಶ್ಮಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸುಚಿತಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ದಿನ ಯಾಕೆ ಸಿಕ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ನೀನ್ ಹಿಂಗಾಗು, ಹಿಂಗಿರು, ಇನ್ನೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತೀಯ, ನಿನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಯಾಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ದಿನ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲೋ, ನಾನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ದಿನ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೊಂದು ಹೊಸ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ಫುಲ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಬಿಗ್ ರೌಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಪ್ಲಾಸ್ ಶೋಭಾ ಅವರೇ.
ಅವರು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರೋದು ಮೇಡಮ್, ಬೇರೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಶೋಭಾ ಅವರೇ. ಅವ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಿರೋದಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮಗ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 1 year ನೀವು ಅವ್ರ ಬಡ್ಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಬಿಗ್ ರೌಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಪ್ಲಾಸ್ ಟು ಬೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಶೋಭಾ ಅವರೇ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗೋಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಶಿ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಯುವರ್ person who got you to the tribe, she's also going to handle you through the next one whole year, 2025 only. So I'm sure you will be achieving all your goal that you have written for you, but don't write too many goals. Just write one goal and then keep working on it, and I'm sure Suchi ma'am is going to help you with that. Thank you. And we're all there, huh? It's not just Suchi ma'am, we're all here together as a family. However, all the time she's there handholding every day. ನೀವು ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಶೋಭಾ ಅವರೇ? ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಇವಾಗ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಂದ ತಾನೇ, ಅವರೇ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ. ಸಡನ್ ಮೀಟ್, ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೆ, ಇದೇ ಖುಷಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಮೇಡಮ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you, ma. Big round of applause to Shobha ma'am. Thank you. Welcome to the tribe again. Yes, Suchi ma'am.
No, I think my wow is I'm looking forward to the transformation within me. That's all. My transformation is what I'm looking at. And I think matches very well with my goal for the year, for my life. Forget about a year. My goal for my life is calm and peaceful. So I think all of this is working on being an accountable partner. First of all, accountability towards myself. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಒಂದ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸರಿಗಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಮೋರ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಆನ್ ಆರ್ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಹಂಗಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 100% ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಓನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ, ನಮ್ ಕಮಿಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಮಗೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಚ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಟು. And Smita, I'll wonder, I'm speaking only in Kannada. I'm lost with whatever Suchi said. Don't worry, Smita, I will tell you in English. No, I'm just looking at for the transformation in my own self. I think that's the biggest thing which this whole buddy is going to bring about. Okay, not only are you helping somebody else, but I think what's going to unfold is how much more better I can be, how much more evolved I can be. I think I'm really looking forward to that constant check on me, myself. Myself checking. I think growing, checking, putting all these aspects, no, the role and the another benefits of being it. I think how much of those benefits I'm going to reap because I got to work on my own self to be this buddy. I think that's something exciting, which is it. Okay. And having Shobha as somebody new novice is, I think, is a good thing. And ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅವಳು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅವಳು 7-5ಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಕಮಿಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನನ್ನ ಗೋಲು. ಇನ್ನೇನು ಗೋಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವಳೇನ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾಳೆ, ಅವಳೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾಳೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಯ್ತಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ ಏನು ಮಾಡಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಂದು ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ರೋಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು. ನೀನ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋ ಗೋಲು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ನೀನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ನಿನ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ. ಸೊ ನೀನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀಯನಮ್ಮ, ಎಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಖಂಡಿತ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ನಿನ್ ಬರ್ತ್ಡೇ ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿನ್ ಗೋಲ್ ನೀನ್ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಬರ್ತ್ಡೇ, ಸೊ 9 months. ನಾನು ಅದೇ ಹೇಳ್ದೆ, 9 ತಿಂಗಳು ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನು ನಿನ್ ಬರ್ತ್ಡೇಗೆ, ಒಂದ್ ಮಗುನೇ ಹುಟ್ಸ್ಬೋದು ಅಷ್ಟ್ರೊಳಗೆ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಒಂದ್ ಜೀವನೇ ತರಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ, ಒಂದ್ ಹೊಸ ಜೀವ ಈ ಭೂಮಿಗ್ ತರಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ 9 ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ. ಈಗ ಇರೋ ಜೀವಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದ್ ಹೊಸ ಜೀವ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ವಾ? ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಸಿಯರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ನ್ಯೂ ಬೇಬಿ, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಮ್ದು ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೊಂಚೂರು ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೇಕು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಅದೊಂದೇ ನಾನು ನಿನಗೆ ಹೇಳೋವಂಥ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್. 9 ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ ಮಗುನ ಒಂದ್ ಜೀವನ ತಂದು ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ಇಡಕ್ಕಾಗುವಂತ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನಾವು ಜೀವಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಇಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಬದುಕಿದೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ? ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅದನ್ನ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ತರ್ಬೇಕು ಆ ಮಗುನ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಾಗಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸುಂದರವಾದ ಒಂದ್ ಮಗು ಜೀವ ತರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೀವೋ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನೇ ನಿನಗ್ ನೀನೇ ಮಗು. ಸೊ ನೀನ್ ಸುಂದರ್ಸ್ಕೊ, ನೀನ್ ಏನ್ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ಯಾ ನೀನ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಮೈ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು, ಫಾರ್ your 9 months ಗೋಲ್ ಫಾರ್ your birthday in September, ಆಯ್ತಾ? So thank you so much. I think wonderful way to start the year. The first session of the new year really has opened out like a Pandora box, no? So much pataki hogbit ella colorful ag siditadalla. So I think we have so many things to do with that one source of me. Okay, so ashtondella I think it's going to touch, and I'm glad that you came up with this whole idea. Thanks, Rashmi, and happy new year to every one of us. Okay, great going. Thanks.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್
Thank you.
ಸುಚಿತಾ ಮೇಡಮ್, ತುಂಬಾ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಸುಚಿತಾ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸಾರಿ, ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕನ್ನಡ ಅನ್ಸಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇಜಾರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ.
ಹಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರ್ದೇ ಇರೋರೆಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂತಾರ ಬಿಡು. ಅವ್ರ ಕನ್ನಡ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಿನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು
ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ಯಾ ನೀನು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು.
ಅದೇ ಇವಾಗ
ಆಗದೆ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ಕೇಳು.
ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನ ನಡಿಯಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಓಡಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು
ಏನು ಹುಟ್ಟೇ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನು, ಈಗಿನ್ನು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಮಜಾ. ಹುಟ್ಟೋದ್ ಒಂದ್ ಮಗು ಅಂತ ನಮಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗದೆ 1.5 ತಿಂಗಳು 2 ತಿಂಗಳಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನಿನಗೀಗ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟೋಗಿದೆ, 9 ತಿಂಗಳು ಇದೆ ಟೈಮು. ಸೊ ಯರ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ 1.5 ತಿಂಗಳು 2 ತಿಂಗಳು ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್. ಬಸ್ರಿ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ನಿನ್ಗಾಗ್ಲೇ ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತೆ ಮಗು ಅಂತ, ನಿನ್ಗಾಗ್ಲೇ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ಡೇಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೈತೆ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ರಶ್ಮಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ನ್ಯೂ ಇಯರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ನ್ಯೂ ಇಯರ್ಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಗೋಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸುಚಿತಾ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ತುಂಬಾ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you. Thank you, Shobha ma'am. Thank you, Suchi ma'am. Yes, we will quickly hear Gayatri ma'am's and Smitaji's warm moment as well. Thank you. Yes, Gayatri ma'am, go ahead.
ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಶೋಭಾ ಅವರೇ ಟು ದಿ ಟ್ರೈಬ್. ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ನೀವು ಬಂದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಬಂದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ನನ್ನ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ ನನಗೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿ ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಅದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೈ ವಾವ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಬೌಂಡ್ರೀಸ್. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೋಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಮಾಡು 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 ಅಂತ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಗೋಲ್. I want somebody to do something. It never happens. So setting boundaries and collaborating with the other person to set goals. Actually, ನನ್ನ ತಂಗಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ದಿವಸದಿಂದ she has severe varicose veins. ಒಳಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ ಮಾಡು, ವಿಪರೀತ ಕರಣಿ ಮಾಡು, ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ದು ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಇವಾಗ ಆಸ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ದ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅವಳಿಗೊಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ದೆ. Though I have a different buddy here, I sent a message to Deepika also to join the session. Side by side, ನನ್ನ ತಂಗಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ಕಳಿಸ್ದೆ, ಇವತ್ತಿಂದ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನಿನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ ವಿಪರೀತ ಕರ್ಣಿ ಶುರು ಮಾಡು ಅಂತ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಶಿ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಹರ್ ಪೇನ್, ಬಟ್ ಮಾಡು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಕಣೆ, ನಾ ಇನ್ನೂ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತವೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಸೈಡೆಡ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ unofficial, I'll be the unofficial buddy for my sister also. I'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Gayatri ma'am. Big round of applause to you. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, Smitaji, go ahead.
I welcome Shobha. Talking in Kannada, I mean, helps me to also understand Kannada a lot. So this is the only forum where I'm exposed to Kannada. So I'm really happy when somebody is talking in Kannada. So besides that, I was thinking, like, suddenly the thought came up, like, every day I communicate with my mother. So in a way, I feel accountable for her progress and for her things, and and she does it in a different way. She does it out of why she's not doing, why, because of fear or concern or whatever it is. So my way of doing it with her has changed over a period of last 4 years. How I do it. Before it was with fear, concern, too much of emotional thing. Now it has literally changed to a different aspect of so I could relate a lot on this accountability thing. So I think by me working on the communication skills with Mamta, I will be able to enhance my relationship with my mother. How I am accountable, how much I have to push on, how much I have to restrain myself, the tone that I use in my words, tone, and the strength that I use. These are things that I need to learn. I push my words strongly, so how much of a softness I have to bring. So I am really looking forward to fill this year for a good, huge learning. The whole year suddenly turned up into a beautiful, exciting year for me. Yes, thank you, Dr. Rashmi.
Thank you. Big round of applause to you, Smitaji. I mean, I can completely relate to it because, see, many times we are all out there playing hard because we think that I'm doing the right thing. I mean, I'm not saying we are not doing the right thing, but then when we are saying it, how am I presenting it without criticizing the person for what they're doing? I think that is where the true courage and, accountability we can get from the other partner. Otherwise, they will outrightly reject me. And that's what we have all experienced in our life, right? People, when I go and tell that, oh, you have to do this, they'll say, no, I'm not interested. End of the accountability. Have we ever been able to establish that? No. Because I think that telling the truth is my biggest responsibility, and we go all out there to be truthful. But then my truth is only my truth, no? It is not the other person's truth. Where we are not pausing and analyzing because there's a lot of emotional baggage attached to it. Right? I think it's a learning for each one of us here to to correct all that, because when someone tells us we don't like it, it's not just the other person is not liking, we also don't like it. Only thing is we are not aware that I'm not liking it. So how to navigate this accountability on a thin string without me falling as well as not letting the other person fall. And here the goal is very clear and simple. You don't have to do anything else but to show up 7 days in a week. So before I question the other person or tell the other person, I become that first. Otherwise, what really happens is that I am not going to be in an authoritative position to tell that to the other person. Make sense? Yeah. So I get the success first. Whoever my accountability partner, whatever they are going to do or not do. That's the whole beauty, and that is the whole purpose of making this 2025 exciting, because I'm going to know myself better. Because we have been learning for the last so many years, right? However, out of that, how much am I practicing? And how much is the other person practicing? So it's a real experimental field where we are working on each other. Major percentage is me working on myself. So I think that's a beautiful outcome, and I'm all excited to see our own new versions coming up over the next 2026, and it's going to be very amazing journey, because I'm going to be more introspective whether I like it or I don't like it, because it's not a safe place, it's not a happy place to go, so we avoid it. But then now there's no other choice but to go through it and then be there. So thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful day. I love you all. And be thoughtful about how you can make yourself, prepare yourself as a great accountability partner. When I prepare myself, then I'm going to be contributing to the other person. Otherwise, it doesn't happen, people. So have a blessed day. Take care. Thank you, everybody, for your wonderful participation and willingness to take in an opportunity to help the other person. I think that's a huge responsibility by itself, right? So I'm grateful to that, and I promise you it is going to help you the most, nobody else. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Bye.